In the middle.
Welcome and happy. Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. Collins is out there with Lee, and then it's Little General, then it's Joel Embiid, and it's Smith in at the shooting guard. One for the 76ers. Paul George is out there with Carter. Then there's Maxey. Then there's the captain, and it's Capella in at the center position. We've got an exciting matchup on our hands tonight, don't we, Richard? Two elite teams trying to get some space.
Kevin, when you think about big teams in the East, these are the two biggest, and might even consider this a playoff preview.
So Philadelphia will get the first possession. Here's the captain, covered by Smith, and they call an illegal screen here.
Beyond the leaning, you can see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
And Chicago has possession. Now here's Embiid. Banked in off the glass.
You just got to admire the strength of Embiid, able to work through that aggressive coverage.
Here's the captain. Capella trying to free himself up. The captain, no good. To the middle. Tries again. And he sinks the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. You'll gladly take those.
Here is Carter after the Bulls pick up two. And that one drops.
Heads up on the money pass by Maxey. Great vision.
Passes to Embiid. No block shot. It's hauled in by Clint Capella.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
The captain, no good.
And the defense was right on him there. Nice contest.
Here's Collins, and it's sent back by Carter. Over Smith. And it's Carter missing.
Slow start, 1 of 4 to begin this game.
In the corner, Smith with it. Pass to Wright. Kicks it out to Collins. Shot clock at 3. On the high post, he drills it.
And you love how instant Collins' shot can be. Gets a pass and wastes no time in releasing it.
Now, here is George. We saw him with 19 points his last outing. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Collins. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first.
And defensively, Collins has the strength, mobility, and work ethic to be an impact performer.
He can't get that one to fall. Some solid defense from Maxey. Richard, the year before you entered the league in 2001, the Sixers made the NBA Finals and haven't since.
Yeah, I just love watching Allen Iverson that season. Won the MVP, averaged 31 points per game, almost 20 more points than any of his teammates. He was the offensive firepower every single night.
Now, here's George. After the miss from John Collins. And the dunk by Capella.
Oh, nice work finding the open man by George. Plays like this prove he's a team player.
And so it's Wright. bringing up the ball for Chicago, coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
Yeah, for that loss, you can credit their defense or lack thereof. Too many breakdowns on that end of the floor.
Some of it was solid shooting from their opponent, but they didn't have any teeth with their defense. Need to be more active than they were.
Carter finds Maxey. Count that one.
How about the agility of Maxey there, just working around the defense.
Chicago trailing here. And the Bulls decide to take their first timeout here.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, they need to regroup and maybe try and draw something up that can get them a clean look at the basketball.
See the stat sheet here for Ayo Dosunmu. Lee outside. Smith right side with the fadeaway. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And Embiid is no question one of the best players in the game. Just a versatile big man who wants to win multiple championships.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
Well, free throw drops for Embiid. Well, we know, Greg, trade talks have increased as we get closer to the deadline. So how does it affect the player when their name is mentioned in trade rumors?
Listen, it can rattle your confidence, and especially the first time it happens. But, Kevin, it's important to remember that it's all business, and guys just can't take it personally.
And Embiid drops them both.
And when you look at the moves that Embiid has in the mid-range, he moves like a guard out there.
He studies film of Kobe and Jordan. Look, it shows up when you watch his footwork. It's amazing to see someone his size move so fluid.
The captain with the bucket.
How good is that? I mean, he can make a defender look foolish at times.
Here's Wright. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
Making the floater look this smooth is not as easy as it looks. It's a challenging shot.
Here's the captain, covered by Smith. It's stolen by Smith. Inside. And right with the basket on the assist by Smith. 6 points for Little General.
Yeah, he's off to an impressive start. Always nice to get 3 of your first 4 to drop.
It's up a 3. That's a miss. He's made one and missed one. Chicago leading. Pass to Lee. Over Carter. Here's Collins, and it's sent back by George.
And how about the D there from George, one of the premier two-way players in our league.
No, he's just ridiculous. He is just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
Now, here's Maxey. A 17-point game for him in the win against Chicago.
Not all his mid-range jumpers are created equal. That's one they'll take all night long.
Right against George. Out to Lee. Here's Embiid. Down it goes. His third basket. He's now 3 for 4.
Lee.
Here's Maxey. One of the most consistent producers in the league. He's averaging around 25.5 points a game. Here's Drake. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
And that's a tough shot. For an athletic big man like Collins, finishing through contact is something you've got to be able to do.
George with the ball. He's picked up by Lee. Capella. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And, folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Chicago calls timeout.
And your Sixers dance team.
Take a second now to view the top pickpockets in the NBA. To look at Lee, always dangerous on the court. He leads the league.
Defensively, his intensity just never drops. You match that up with his incredible timing, and you can see why he's atop the list.
Collins passes to Wright. Smith outside. It's hauled in by Clint Capella.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Here's Smith. And he goes right over Paul George and slams it down.
Oh, that's an old-fashioned rim rattler.
Just a remarkable gem. These fans' jaws are on the ground right now. And that's Wife above the rim. Courtesy of our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here's the captain, covered by Smith. Took the opportunity when he saw it. Carter's got 7.
His accuracy is on another level this quarter. Really high-quality shooter.
Right outside. Kicks it out to Collins. Wide open, couldn't capitalize.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
George against Smith. George dishes to Carter. Lee with the steal. 4-on-3 break. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field. And look at how the hustle game has been going for Chicago.
From the very start of this game, they have been giving the ball handlers trouble, using good pressure to force turnovers and get steals.
And they've also done a great job turning defense into offense tonight, creating turnovers and capitalizing on the other end. And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And Philadelphia decides to take their first timeout right here.
We got shirts, free shirts. Who wants them? Get up and make some noise.
Deciding to change it up.
And a chance to check out the stats for the captain. He's been on a remarkable tear this past month. 10th in rebounding, and not many players convert opportunities inside as well as he. Top 15 in field goal percentage.
And he's a top 10 rebounder this year for good reason. He's unbelievably driven, and he competes with you for the entire game.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
A point guard getting up like that, boy, that is special.
Now, here is Smith. 29 points for him last game against Philadelphia. And that one, good. 10 points for Little General.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
It's Drummond, high post. The pass to Mr. Moves. 6 to shoot. Passes it to Drake. This one for 3. Rebound by Smith. The Bulls leading by 5. Here's Wright. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Wright's got 12.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
A putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
Pass to Embiid. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Here's the captain. He picked up 21 points in their last win against Chicago.
And how about the passing? We've seen this from him. He's just absolutely shredding the D to pieces right now.
1:56 left here in the opening quarter. Wright looking around. It's good again, and an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
Drummond in the post, guarded by Embiid. It's tipped. Embiid with the steal. 1:19 left in the first. Kicks to Wright. Down low. Here's Money, and it's sent back by Carter. Pass to the captain. He scores his 5th field goal. He's taken 9 shots to get those 5.
And even though they're down, it's not on him. He's been lights out on offense for them. This quarter is special.
Right outside. To the right side. Here's Money. Here's Embiid. The shot will not fall. Good D by Drummond. Carter for 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Now just a 2-point Bulls lead.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Smith, no luck. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for the 76ers.
Nice finish.
here he comes, and there he goes.
Oh, look at him punish that rim. Ball stolen. And now the 76ers on the break. The pass to Grimes. Lobbed up there for Drummond, and Drummond throws it down.
Huge target on alley-oops. Throw it towards Drummond, and he'll take care of the rest.
Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. Philadelphia ahead, ending the first quarter with a 13-4 run. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. Getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for Philadelphia.
When you pile up the blocks earlier in games, it really can affect the other team. They lose confidence offensively.
And also, given the game is more fast-paced nowadays, I like the way they've capitalized in transition, keeping their foot on the gas.
We've got the captain. Paul George is out there with Carter. Then it's Clint Capella. And it's Grimes in at the 2-guard. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia.
Opponents have to be careful when Capella is in the area. What an impressive display of timing.
Lee kicks to right. Back to Lee. Over Carter. Rebound by the 76ers. Carter's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Passes to Drake from outside the arc. And Wright pulls it down. Chicago trailing here. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Paul George is one of the game's premier two-way wings. Says, I believe in my talent and what I can do, but I feel my job is to make everybody better. That's what I try to do when I'm on the floor. Just make the game easy for everybody. Whether it's creating or just being aggressive and making reads off of that. Kevin, back to you.
Yeah, David lets the game come to him. Well said by him. Thank you. Count that bucket. Lee's got his second basket of the night. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Here's the captain, covered by Smith. Carter outside. Off target from three-point range.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
Did a great job closing the gap, making the shooter feel uncomfortable.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And Greg, when they talk about youth development, the days are gone when coaches divided guards and bigs when it comes to skill work. When did that change?
It's kind of a recent development, maybe the last 10 or 15 years, but it's amazing how the game has evolved.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. So for the Bulls, Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Joel Embiid. Dosunmu comes in for Smith, and Ball subbed in for Wright. And that one falls, and that puts him up by 1 point.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
Quarter number 2. We're about 2 minutes in. Lee with the steal. And here we go. Lee heading to the hoop. And Lee with the stuff.
And you have to have an appreciation for Ball's passing skills. I mean, he just sees the floor beautifully, easily working
working the ball over to open teammates.
Now, here's Maxey. Lee with the steal. Out of bounds, it'll be 76ers ball. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Paul George.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
And moving George around the floor keeps the defense guessing.
Paul George with the steal. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Ball against Maxey. Here's Yabusele. And it's off from three-point range. And Collins has got the ball here for Chicago. Dosunmu. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Richard looking at Dosunmu. He's had some recent recognition for his ability.
Getting to appear in the Rising Stars Challenge. A credit to the promise he shows as a young player. That selection can be very encouraging for a young guy.
First free throw is good. And he makes both free throws.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Here's Mr. Moves. Still scoreless. Beyond the arc. It's hauled in by the Bulls. It's stolen by Capella. He kicks it to George. Here's Mr. Moves. It's blocked. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Ball with a wide open look. No good on the 3.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
Here's Maxey. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Well, Maxey goes hard at the inside D, basically taking away their good options.
The 76ers shooting their first free throws of the game. Free throw good, Maxey.
A natural scorer who plays with a lot of energy. Maxey, he's going to have a long career.
Maxey hits them both. Bulls have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Lee outside. Here's Collins. Back to Lee. Ball against Maxey. Rebounded by Capella. Capella's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's George. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And the defense knows George can score from there, which is what forces them to kind of compromise at times defensively.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. And it's tied up with that one.
And what I love about Paul George, the production, year after year after year.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1. Here's Ball. He has yet to score. Chicago calls timeout. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Already a lot of talk about who's going to take part in the three-point contest this season, and here's a look at the players most likely to make it.
And so many great shooters in the NBA these days, and these guys, quite frankly, the best of the best. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a scoring record broken in this year's competition.
And you look at Carter. There are a few players ahead of him in the voting, but if he holds on to his spot at number 5 on that list, he'll have a place in the three-point contest waiting for him.
And if anything, I bet he moves up the list. I mean, how could you not have this fella taking part in this contest? He'll be there.
And as the votes keep pouring in, we'll keep you updated on any changes to that list. It looks like we're going to have quite a group.
Man, you talk about the ultimate marksman's list here, Kevin. Maybe this will be the year somebody gets that perfect score.
Count it. Good.
No, he's been locked all the way in from the floor, and he's the #1 reason why they're winning right now.
Here's Mr. Moves. No scoring in this one. Maxey on the wing. Pass to Mr. Moves. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
Yeah, heard the whistle and then kept his focus and able to still knock it down.
The 76ers shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
For your Sixers, McKay.
And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for Chicago. And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Third team foul.
Philadelphia's gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Pass to Collins. And then Collins slams it in.
Assist
One of the most explosive young bigs we have. Collins quick off the floor and gets creative at the rim.
Now here is George. He's got 7. There's the pass to Mr. Moves. Herter against George. Just 5 on the clock. Lob pass to Capella. The shot missing.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Just go to show how tight your timing needs to be on this kind of play.
A big man who does a little bit of everything. Collins' team-first attitude shining through with that terrific pass.
And the 76ers call time here. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
Remarkable consistency from deep. You can't count on that every game, especially on the road.
Yeah, they just pummeled them from the perimeter. Did a nice job working the ball around and getting those high percentage looks.
Stats for Carter, averaging about 27 points per, 6 rebounds, and just over 2 blocks. And he's such a presence for them inside.
No question. He blocks shots, controls the glass, does everything asked of him and more.
Here's Grimes. He's coming off a 19-point game against Chicago. Carter right side. From downtown, 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
This brings him to 3 total makes from the arc, with just 1 in this half so far.
Here's Lee, and the Bulls tack on 2 more.
After failing to get going in the first quarter, he's looked much better here in the second.
Here's the captain. He's covered by Ball. Drake the pass to Maxey. Over Lee. Lee with the block.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Rebounded by the captain.
See, that miss right there. It's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
Grimes passes to Drake. Battles through traffic and lays it in. The captain's got 14 points for the game. Ball with it. Hasn't made one yet. Lee outside. Poke loose. Pass to Grimes. Takes a 3. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now, here's Ball. Pass to Herter. Fires for 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got 3 assists now in this one. The 76ers trail. Well, the talent is clearly there for Lonzo Ball, Richard, but injuries have held him back throughout his career.
He's such a fun player to watch, too. He's fast, he's smart, unselfish, and plays hard on both ends of the floor. You just pray for him to stay healthy.
5 to shoot. Here's Drake. Score the basket, his 8th. 8 for 13 from the floor. It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
Now here's Lee. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Philadelphia.
And he also went to town on the glass and posed his will, chasing down misses all game long.
Here's Grimes. Pass to the captain. It falls for basket number 9 from the field. He's taken 14 shots to get there.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Carter, the pass to Drake. Lobbed up there for Drummond, and it's Drummond with the jam.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. The pass to Herter. That one good for 2. Herter's got 5 points in the quarter. The 76ers leading by 3. Here's the captain. 18 points for him. Axie on the wing. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Ball kicks to Herter. And here is Dosunmu. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Shot clock at 6. No good from Lee.
Great contest by the defense, and he's unable to hit that tough fadeaway.
Count it. And now it's an 8-point 76ers lead.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Passes it to Herter. Shot on the wing. The shot's good. Herter's got 7 points in the game.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Here's Grimes. Oh, my goodness!
Okay, that's just insane.
And that's 280 pounds crashing the glass. Drummond bullying his way there on that second chance bucket.
Now, here's Ball. Still yet to score. Now, Herter. Here's the 3. Not as good, and the 76ers lead is cut to just 5 points, and the basket from Dosunmu.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
There's 38 seconds left to play in the first half. And that one's good. Drummond's got 6 in the quarter.
Putting his power on full display there. Drummond's teammates trust him to make those plays down low.
Here's Ball. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
That's his first personal foul. Third team foul.
Chicago shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
That's good from Ball.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
So for the Bulls, Embiid, he's checked in for John Collins. Money comes in for Dosunmu. And Smith subbed in for Kevin Herter. He's perfect from the line this time.
I tell you what, it's scary when you think about how much room Ball has to grow when you factor in how efficient he is already.
Here's the captain, covered by Smith. Drake the pass to Grimes. Another 3 for Philadelphia. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Billy, balanced scoring for your team. How pleased are you with the way they're keeping everybody involved offensively?
Well, those guys, I think, have done a really good job of moving the ball and sharing the ball, and they're finding open men and they're willing passers, and I think because of that, they've been efficient offensively.
Open shots tend to be made. Thanks, Coach. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. For the 76ers, the first quarter was pretty even. They were in a rough spot, down 7 at one point, but kept it from getting worse than that. They found a nice groove in the second quarter, running out to an 8-point lead. Let's start with you, Shaq. What'd you think about the Sixers?
You guys know I appreciate when a team takes a commitment to attack in the painted area. Get those high percentage looks, good things tend to happen. That's how they built this league.
Kenny, let's get your insight on Chicago.
Well, they have to improve their defense. Guys were getting burned on the perimeter. They wouldn't put a hand up, as my man used to say, man down. Oh, you got to get some help. That pretty much covers everything. Shaq, you think they played their best?
No way, no way.
And that wraps up the halftime show. Third quarter set to begin in just a few.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. You know, the captain has been exceptional here, guys.
Well, with a double-double in hand through 2 quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
But I don't think that that's the most important thing to him. Sure, putting up big numbers doesn't hurt, but he's all about getting the win over everything else.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. So for Chicago right now, we've got Lee. Smith is out there with Wright. Then it's John Collins. And it's Embiid in at the 5 spot. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Second personal.
In the mold of Shaq, Joel Embiid is physically just overwhelming. Plus, he's got some touch and skill.
And Richard, with Joel Embiid, his combination of physical dominance and skill, it's almost unfair.
Yeah, he's a 300-pound guy with the agility of a wing. That is not fun to guard. He can bully you or beat you with finesse. There's really no weakness in his game, Greg.
And it's Maxey with the ball for the 76ers. It's a 5-point game. Carter outside. Wow, came this close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws.
First team foul.
Yeah, you hate to give up a foul on a 3-point attempt.
The 76ers have been on target from the free throw line. They're 5 of 5 in that department. And he's good on the first of 3. And the second free throw, good. And he makes all 3.
Some big guys struggle at the line, not him. He's put in the work to defy that assumption.
George against Wright. And there's the feed to Collins. Makes it off the glass.
John Collins.
Collins has got 10 points.
And let the big man eat. It's clear that Collins loves getting these kinds of scoring opportunities.
Carter outside. Nailed from 3-point land. Carter's got the lead up to 9 now for Philadelphia.
And the D has gotten a little bit lax here defending the triple.
Right against George. Embiid trying to break loose, and it's right missing.
They timed up the layup perfectly. The D saw it develop and got there to bother the shot.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
Yeah, that's a good defender making a play, and he does it without fouling.
They're doing work in the second half, 3 or 4 to start.
Here's Drake. And the rejection by Smith. And that'll be Philadelphia as it goes out of bounds. 76ers retain possession. Shot from the inbound.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Bulls trail by 7. Here's Lee. And he drops in the layup off the glass. He's got 16.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Here's Drake. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the 76ers lead by 7.
And that's Capella getting rewarded for his effort on the glass. Love when that kind of hustle pays off.
Shot by Collins, no good. Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. While we have the chance, a look at our 2K leaderboard and the top shooting small forwards at the free throw line during the last month. And you look at Carter, the best in the NBA. You put him on the line and it's nearly automatic.
And that means he can afford to be very aggressive as a slasher because of how proficient he is at the line.
That's good from George.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
And George drops them both. Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. To the left wing. Here's Collins. And the Bulls tack on 2 more.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
The 76ers leading by 7. Now here's George. He with the block. Right outside. Pass to Collins. The fadeaway. Good work defensively by Carter. And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for Philadelphia. From the arc. It falls for basket number 9 from the field. He's taken 14 shots to get there.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
One shot.
That's good from Carter. Bulls trail by 11. And Wright kicks to Smith. Outside Collins. Pass to Lee. Over Carter. No good from Lee.
Fantastic positioning there to contest that one.
Textbook defense. Take a good angle to the shooter and bother the release.
Here's the captain. They lead by 11, the largest margin of the game. Count that one. The captain's got 20 points.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
Also relying on his skill there. That's a nice move against Lane.
And Capella sends it back. Maxey against Collins. Capella. Chicago grabs the miss. Collins has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Lee. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. 18 points for lights out.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And the 76ers call time here. And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, GA?
Kevin, thanks very much. Well, the NBA is investing in Africa with the Basketball Africa League. Deputy Commissioner Mark Tatum said right now in Africa, sports is viewed only as competition, not as a business. What we're trying to demonstrate is that if you invest in sports, with the young, fast-growing population in Africa, there is a huge opportunity for high returns. Kevin?
Yeah, looks, DA, like a win-win, and we thank you for your report. Dosunmu is checked in for Chicago.
All right, a chance to look at the numbers for Mr. Moods. How last month turned out for him, averaging 5 points per game, 6 assists, and 2 rebounds. And you look at his huge role in their offense, a major contributor as far as putting up points.
He's just a natural scorer and someone this offense leans on to help shoulder the load and lead the charge.
Now, here's Dosunmu. He has 5. Smith feeling it out a bit. Shot clock at 5. Here's Lee. It's good. The assist that time from Smith.
Assist from
Smith's got 5 assists in the game. The 76ers leading by 9. Drake the pass to Grimes. Now here is Carter. Another miss by Philadelphia.
And you could tell he thought he had a little more space, but the defender was right there.
Did a great job closing the gap, making the shooter feel uncomfortable.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Philadelphia.
They've been defending with excellent anticipation all game long. Just look at how many times they've managed to get their hands on the ball.
And just a great job converting those second chance points as well. They're having a great night getting those second and third shot opportunities.
Grimes with the bucket. Grimes has got the lead up to 14 now for the 76ers.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
In the modern NBA, you have to hit threes to win games, and they've made that adjustment since the break.
I love the spirit he's shown tonight, particularly on the offensive end.
He's going to keep putting up shots regardless of the score. That's the kind of player he is.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Embiid. Drake the pass to Grimes. The shot, no good. Bulls trail by 12. And there's the bucket from Dosunmu.
Assisted.
Dosunmu's got 7 points.
And he has to build on this because we can see where him being a ghost out there has gotten him so far.
Drake the pass to Carter. Misses the 3. Taken away. And yes, it's good. And now 24 points for the captain.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flank.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession. Timeout call, the 76ers.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
I'm sure all of the above is in order, and you can never be too content.
The story of rebounding. Now a look at the league's best players on the board. You look at Lee, third in rebounding, and what a physical presence inside.
And you can't win games without rebounding the basketball. That's what has made him such an important part of what they do.
Here's Drake going inside.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that move.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that finish shows you how dangerous he can be as a passer and a finisher.
And that's out of bounds. Philadelphia will retain possession. And so here is Philadelphia. 14 points, their largest lead in the game. Lee with the ball. He's picked up by Drummond. Lee passes to Dosunmu. And the pass to Embiid. And it's sent back by Carter. For three, traps in the tray. Carter's got 13 points in the second half.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Embiid, the baseline jumper goes down.
And he's doing everything he can offensively to lift them out of this hole. But I'm not sure his hot shooting can do it alone.
Passes it to Grimes. Here's Mr. Moves. 76ers moving the ball around. Good D by Embiid. And here's Embiid. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. Here's Lee. Plays it up and banks it in. Lee's got 8 here in the quarter.
And how's that for a move? The killer crossover. It's a thing of beauty.
Into the lane, and he jams it with authority.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that move.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that finish shows you how dangerous he can be as a passer and a finisher.
The 76ers leading by 15. Lobbed up there for Drummond, and it's Drummond with the jam.
And understanding his role in the offense, Drummond rarely forces anything on that end.
Here's Wright. He makes his 9th shot of the game. He has only missed 4.
Maybe they've been going to him a little too much. Now, he's having a great game, but his team is losing, and that is all that matters.
Here's Mr. Moves. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Here's Lee. Keeps it alive. It's good on the putback. And that's now 6 points for Smith.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. Out to Carter. Lee with the steal. And now in transition is Lee. Here we go. Oh, and the dunk by Smith.
And I gotta say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still a magnificent move to the rim. On our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you just saw an explosive highlight.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Here's the captain, covered by Smith. The captain, no good. Bulls trail by 11. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Personal foul. Second team foul.
For Chicago, they have been exceptional shooting free throws tonight, going 9 for 9.
2 shots.
First free throw is good. Yabusele, he's checked in for Mr. Moves. Then for the Bulls, John Collins, he's checked in for Joel Embiid, and Money subbed in for Lee. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. The 76ers leading by 9. Here's the captain, and he has 28 points for the game. Pass to Yabusele. 5 on the clock. Grimes with the bucket. Grimes has got 11.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Now here's Wright. He's got 18. Money passes to Smith. Here's Money. Smith right side. Rebound Andre Drummond. Drummond's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Pass to Grimes. Carter with it. Latrey. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Talk about putting a team on your back. He has been dominant this quarter, and I don't think they are winning without him.
Here's Collins. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, he's got 14.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Grimes passes to Yabusele. A three-pointer, no good.
That was a good possession. They got a clean look. The shot just didn't fall.
Money. It's hauled in by the 76ers. 17 points was their biggest margin. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Poked away. The pass to Drake. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Shot by Grimes. No good. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They have been sharp from beyond the arc, putting on a terrific three-point shooting display. Back to the action in just a minute. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Carter out there with Clint Capella. Then it's George. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. And it's Drake in at the point. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Pass to Dosunmu. Connects from three-point range.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
Here's the captain, covered by Smith. Out to Carter. That one a little long.
Well, okay, well, I like his aggressiveness, but like the defense was waiting on him that time.
Right, the pass to Collins. And the lead is down inside single digits.
And that's two tough points from Collins. Willing to mix it up down low.
Here's the captain, covered by Smith. And the rejection by Smith. Pass to Money. And it's sent back by Carter. About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Here's Drake. Excellent defense there from Smith.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
This is why he's out there. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
Carter, the pass to George. minutes into the fourth quarter here. Carter for three. Wow, through the contact, and that three almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Team foul. At the line for Philadelphia, Carter.
And he hits the first of three.
And just a better job of getting to the line here in the second half. Didn't get there once in the first.
So for the Bulls, Lee's checked in for Smith, and Ball subbed in for Wright. Good on the second free throw. Makes it, and he continues to shoot well from the line. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Ball with it. Lee outside. Over Carter. And the Bulls with another miss.
Fantastic positioning there to contest that one.
Textbook defense. Take a good angle to the shooter and bother the release.
Lee dishes the ball. Back to Lee. Outside, Ball. 6 to shoot. Pass to Dosunmu. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. Ball's got his 4th assist in this one.
Yeah, and Ball is an incredibly gifted passer. Just excels at getting his guys going.
Now, here is George. Carter on the wing. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Carter's got 6 points in the quarter.
And until he cools off, I'd keep the ball in his hands.
Chicago calls timeout. One guy who's been getting it done is the machine.
On whatever the D has thrown at him, he's had an answer. His offense is coming naturally to him because he keeps things simple. You hear that, people? Keeps things simple.
While we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Well, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to listen to what Billy Donovan said to his team. Now, he was vocal in the huddle. He told his guys, don't quit on each other. We're still in this game, guys, but I need each one of you to up your energy level. Let's make a run. Now. Back to you guys.
All right, David, thanks.
It's been like this all night for both teams. The offenses having their way.
Yeah, but I think it's going to come down to who can get the stops down the stretch, because that's who's going to come away with this one.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
Ball, the pass to Money. And here is Lee. And the Bulls another three.
And just no excuse, guys, for leaving a shooter like him open beyond the arc.
Nobody near George. Another three for Philadelphia.
must have bothered George a little bit. He goes to the arc with a purpose and fires off his answer. I'm sure his teammates love having a guy like Collins on the receiving end of those alley-oops. As fun an assist as you'll get.
And the dunk to finish it off. Beauty.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Shoots the three. Not as good, and the 76ers lead is cut to just 9 points on the basket from Dosunmu.
And man, is he in a zone right now. Seems like he can't miss.
Here's the captain. Up top, Capella. Kicks it to Carter. Lee with the steal. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
And GA starting next season, some big repeat penalties for teams well over the cap. That draft pick penalty is especially tough.
Yeah, I mean, if a team is over that $17.5 million mark twice in a 4-year span, their first-round draft pick falls to the end of the first round. That'll sting.
The first one falls.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Chicago making a switch here. Embiid's checked in. And both free throws good for Lee. The 76ers leading by 7. Here's the captain. Banked in off the glass. The captain's got 18 points now here in the second half.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter?
Capella against Lee. To the paint. Here's Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
Oh, what a dunk by Embiid. He's just doing big man things the way big man should.
Here's Maxey. That's tipped. Now here's Dosunmu. Capella covering. Dosunmu, the pass to Embiid. Over Maxey. Shot is good, and the 76ers lead is cut down now to just 5 on the basket from Embiid.
So much strength from Embiid. It would take a special defender to slow him down.
Now, here's Maxey. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Lee. That's his second personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for Philadelphia, Tyrese Maxey.
Free throw good, Maxey. White, he's checked in for money. And so he makes both from the line. Bulls trail by 7. And here is Wright. Lee outside. Puts up a deep 3. That shot misses. And it's Maxey with the ball for Philadelphia. 17 points was their biggest margin. Here's Drake. And Embiid with the block.
Every year he's a defensive player of the year candidate. His instincts, that's what makes Embiid outstanding. And his awareness of when to go for the block.
Bounce pass from Wright. Embiid inside. Capella's there. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That's on Clint Capella.
Yeah, it's such a simple yet effective move. Embiid executing the pump fake.
Joel Embiid taking 2 shots.
And the first one drops. And Embiid drops them both. Philadelphia leading by 7. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
Well, the turnover total in the first half, only 1, but a totally different story here in the second.
Chicago has gone to three-point range for 12 of their points in the final quarter on 4 of 5 shooting. Here's Lee. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Lee's got 7 points here in this quarter.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with the soft touch to match.
Now, here's Maxey. Back to George. Pocket 6. Lob pass to Capella. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
And the long arms of Capella, using them to perfection as a target for his teammates on that alley-oop.
Lee against Carter. Right outside. Feeds to Collins. Gets it to fall from the right block. Collins has got 20 points.
Well, I don't know what Coach said to him at half, but his shooting has been tremendous here in the second.
Here's the captain. George looking over the floor. Three-pointer. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Embiid's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. 2 points. That one goes. Now just a 3-point 76ers lead.
It's just what the doctor ordered here. Boy, have they needed him here in the fourth.
Drake the pass to Maxey. To the middle. The captain with the bucket. The captain's got 38 points.
Efficiency has been the hallmark right now down the stretch. He is making the most of his opportunities.
Here's Embiid, a stupendous finish in traffic.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Here's the captain. Capella, high post. Embiid's there. Maxey passes to Capella. Rebound by Joel Embiid. Embiid's got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Lee, no good. Good work defensively by Carter. The 76ers leading by 3. Here he goes. The captain with the bucket. The captain's got 40 points.
And not much breathing room there. The step-back move gave him just enough to get it off.
Chicago calls timeout. You have to like what we're seeing from the captain.
He's been on an absolute tear inside. They got to figure out a way to keep him out of the lane. I don't know.
Sixers ENT.
Let's present our New Balance player of the game, the Machine.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
Chicago making a switch here. Smith has checked in. Lee outside. It's good from long range.
I see ice. He has absolute ice in his veins. This guy, he lives for these moments.
At the line for one.
free throw from Lee is good.
Guys, that was critical. I mean, that's what we're used to seeing out of him, though, at moments like this.
Maxey against Wright. Out to Carter. Jacks up a three. It's all in by the Bulls. Lee's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Trying to find Wright. He's got it now. He dishes it to Embiid. Over Carter. Almost, but it rolls out.
And smothered him on that mid-range attempt.
That's how you play it. Does a good job of getting into the shooter's airspace.
Bulls trail by 3. 1:46 left to play in the final quarter. Lee falls back and drains the fadeaway jumper. Lee's got 35.
Nice play call there. Down the stretch, getting him the open look.
And late in games, throw out those analytics. Give me the mid-range. The shot, it just works.
And that shows you a bit of Collins' all-around game and why he's so valuable at both ends of the floor.
And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Chicago.
All you have to do is look at one stat, and that is their block numbers. It tells you how tight their D has been. They've been going out of their way to smother the defense.
And I'll tell you, the energy they've shown in the open floor, boy, it has been terrific. Doing a phenomenal job converting in those situations.
Here's Lee. Paul George making his last shot. Lee, that's good. Lee's got 37. And guys, here in the fourth quarter, still a close game.
Instant classic, fellas. This one could come right down to the last shot.
Bob Bass to Capella. Hammers the alley-oop through. That gives him the double-double. 10 points and 10 rebounds.
And what an important possession. Capella's been in that situation many times before, and he knows the drill. And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
What a huge play coming through when it matters most.
And the... '76ers call time here. They trail by 1. There's 47 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Collins against George. Over Collins. George, no good. And so it's Wright bringing up the ball for the Bulls. Inside, stolen by George. Embiid with the steal. And a wide open look for Lee. Good!
And an impressive passer at the 5 spot. Embiid always has a great feel for when his guys are open.
And the 76ers call time here. They're down by 3. We've got 28 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's the captain. Now George over Collins. And yep, and he drops after rolling around the rim.
And there was a time when folks said George wasn't a clutch shooter. Remember? Not anymore.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game out.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
That's his third personal foul.
First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 2. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
Yeah, how about the nerves there? Those free throws put them in a very good position. 3 points clear.
Carter with the 3.
Oh, I see you, big shot.
Can you believe that?
When he took off, I was not expecting that.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. They're leading by 1. 6 seconds left in the fourth quarter. seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game.
Looking to tie it up with a big triple.
That's their only option. They have to get a good look from deep here.
And so the big win by Chicago in a tight game. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of.
Thanks so much, David. And that'll wrap it up, folks.